Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for being here. Let us tap right in and see what storyline Spirit would like to share with us, huh? Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Hello, baby, baby. Hello, baby. Oh, God. All right. In the central energy. In the central energy, we've got the Star. Renewal. Renewal. And in the challenge position, well, in the challenge position, you've got the Three of Cups. Our community is entering a happy time. In the subconscious, the world has turned. It's the completion of a cycle. You graduated. In the recent past, whoa. In the recent past, you've got Six of Swords in the reversed. Somebody's resistant to change. They don't get to move on. They don't get to move forward. Their plans have been delayed. Intentions and expectations. Intentions and expectations. We've got the Knight of Pentacles in the reversed. Working without reward. Feeling stuck. They're not able to move forward. In the near future, yeah, in the near future, you got the Chariot in the reversed. They don't get to move forward. They did not gain a victory. They could be aggressive right now. The lens is being looked through. Judgment. Judgment. In the environment. Now, come on now. In the environment. In the environment, you got the King of Cups. Hopes and fears. Hope. It's a hope. Four of Wands. Celebration and reunion. Freedom and marriage. So King of Cups is hoping for a marriage. We got Judgment here. And the outcome. Four of Swords. Retreating and planning for the future. Resting and renewal. We got Two of Swords. So there's a stagnation. Somebody's at a crossroads. Somebody's got to make a difficult decision regarding this new beginning. Take a leap of faith, perhaps, with a new career. Take a leap of faith with a new career, perhaps. They're frugal, worried about scarcity, and overcoming challenges of trickery and fraud. Gaining their freedom and being passionate about this new beginning here. Ten of Pentacles, success. And a Nine of Wands, Faith has been tested. You're resilient, persistent, and perhaps that's why you're coming into this inheritance. You didn't give up. You didn't take the easy route. You weren't tempted by comfort. Instead, you went out and you developed your skills and you earned it. And now you've got all this love coming in, a new proposal. Yes, inheritance again. The truth is out. And some folks are going back in time. They're going to be sent back in time. And everything's falling apart. A tower, everything they've been enjoying is falling apart. They didn't earn it. They don't get to move forward. They got to go back. They could be remembering what they did. And you got the Ace of Wands here. You're very passionate about your new beginning. And your Nine of Cups. A wish come freaking true, man. This is good. Good for you. And very quickly, somebody's losing everything. Those people who were fighting with you, they have to walk away. They lost. Because you persevered. You did not give up, and you know the truth. The King of Swords is here on behalf of the Empress. Ooh, maybe making a proposal. Ooh, lordy, lordy. What do we got going on here? Alrighty then. So the Star, renewal, rejuvenation. Ooh, got your light on. Got your light on. Having a good omen, a spiritual fortune. Your energy is very. Ooh, come on now. Energy is doing real good. Ooh, justice. Justice. The Star is getting justice. The Star is getting justice. And there's a celebration here. Somebody's upset because you're getting justice and you're able to celebrate here with your community. You got some stuff going on. Celebrate good times. Come on. It's a celebration. We got tribe here, but it's in the reverse. So justice is being served. This tribe does not get to participate in your Three of Cups. You're celebrating because this tribe is what? Being cut out, being turned out. And that's the completion of this cycle. That's justice. Justice for the wise guy. This is a completion of your term or sentence of having to deal with this wise guy. So you've been tested, and this is a completion of your cycle with this wise guy. The wise guy doesn't get to move forward. Their plans are delayed because you survived the wise guy with that upside down tribe. They don't get to take part in your celebration here. They don't get to take part in your celebration here. The ancestry could not infiltrate divine union. They don't get to take part in it. Their plans are delayed. They didn't get the evermore. They didn't get the evermore. Knight of Pentacles reversed. They worked without reward. They did not get the eternal love. They did not get the evermore. The ancestors, the old wise guy, upside down, serving Satan tribe. Little bastards. You survived. You survived. They wanted to be you, but you survived, and you are being you. You are you. You survived, and they worked without reward. Ha! They wanted to be you, but you survived. They wanted to be you, but you survived. They did not get your chariot. They could not get on your chariot and move forward. They've lost control. They are out of control, acting aggressive, acting all aggressive regarding the labor that they put in. Judgment. They're under judgment for the work that they've been doing against you. This is a new phase. There's a reckoning here. Oops, there's a reckoning here for those who were driving you. For the driver of this tribe that were trying to get your evermore. King of Cups is here. A balanced leader. He's in his fields. He's got his love light on. What's he doing here? What's the King of Cups doing here? We got Sovereign. What's this? We got Sovereign in the reverse. It came out and it hit the reverse. So what do we got here? We got a King of Cups that isn't sovereign. And they're hoping that they can get into this celebration. So we got an imposter here. Yeah, an actor. We got an actor here. An absent father. An actor here. This King of Cups. They're not sovereign. And they're hoping that they can get this reunion. Or they're afraid of it. They want to take part in it. What in the heck is this? We got witch. And it came out in the reverse. We can't, yeah, there's no witches involved in this marriage. So we got King of Cups. They're not sovereign. What? They're in fear because the celebration is here regarding these reunions and no witches are allowed. You're planning for your future here with the Four of Swords. You're renewing. You're relaxing. Service in the reverse. Somebody's not getting a service. Somebody's not providing a service. You're planning for the future. You're contemplating. There's no service. We got invisible. There's no services to the invisible vain people who were bringing conflict. Alrighty then, so you're planning for the future. You're not offering services to the invisible, vain people who were bringing conflict. So they're no longer getting your services for when they're being cut out. This player who was trying to martyr you, a peaceful person. This person who is competing for your seat. This addict who needed a body. And congratulations. Congratulations. Those who were coming after you for entertainment are in the grave. They're going in the grave. And the purpose of this personality, this actor here, was to get fatherless homes. That was their purpose. And the Arcana are remembering their status of privilege, or they're being remembered. And they're being put back into their status of privilege. And it was prophesied that they would preserve themselves. They would survive this. The explorer is getting haunted. Or maybe the explorer is haunted by things of the conscientious person. There's a change here and it's time. It's time for a change. It's time for a change. Somebody's afraid of the promise of love. Somebody's afraid of love. They're afraid of love. They're being cut out of your services. Those who were bringing conflict, those vain people who are bringing conflict to the star from an unseen place are being cut out. They're no longer going to receive services of the star. And that's justice. That's justice. So the star has renewed. There is a healing here. And there's unfinished business. There's still things to discuss. Justice is being served. And there's things that need to be resolved. The challenge for somebody who's undergoing justice right now is this celebration. There's a celebration regarding the collapse or the overturning of this tribe. The tribe has been overturned. And they're chasing. They were chasing after you. They don't want to chase after you anymore. The tribe has been overturned. The world has turned. This is a completion of your cycle with having to deal with this wise guy. Yeah, and they can't escape. The wise guy is not able to escape. This is your completion of the cycle with the wise guy. The wise guy can't escape. They don't get to move forward. They don't get to transition into a new peaceful place. They can't release the baggage because they are the baggage. They are the burden. They're very emotional about it. This ancestry could not steal your evermore, your eternal love. They did not appreciate you in the slightest. They didn't care about you. Knight of Pentacles reverse. They worked without reward. They wanted to be you, but you survived. And they don't get to take part in the reunion. You survived. They don't get to take part in the reunion. You blew the lid off of all their crap. The Chariot in the reverse. They didn't win. They didn't gain a victory. They don't get to move forward. They were working real hard, or maybe there's something else going on with the labor here. What's going on with the labor? Holding back. I should have expressed myself better. They're being held back. They don't get to move forward. Chariot in the reverse. So they're being held back because of the work they did. They're being held back because of the work they did. Their judgment is being called on this driver, on the person who was driving you away from your evermore. This wise guy, they wanted you out of there, and they drove you into a very unsavory experience. Neglected in the reverse. So driver is not being neglected. They're going to get exactly what they deserve. King of Cups is here, but Sovereign is in the reverse. Daydreaming, longing for you. So this King of Cups isn't a sovereign being. They're daydreaming and longing for you. They know that you're having a Four of Wands reunion here, celebration, freedom, and marriage, but there's no witches allowed. You're not a witch. You're not a witch. No witches allowed. You're in an inseparable union already. They're longing for you, but you're not a witch. You're not a third party. No witches, no third parties are allowed in this new foundation, in this new domestic connection. You're making plans for the future, and those vain people who are bringing conflict from an invisible place, they're guilty. They've been found guilty. Yeah. So they're low vibrational people, and they're getting what they gave. They're getting reciprocation. Everything that they put out is what they're going to get. Low light people, low vibrational people who are guilty, they're in regret, because there's an understanding of their side of the story, all of their habitual patterns that they were into. You have an understanding of that. They're confused. Perhaps they're in solitary confinement. Maybe they've lost their ability to astral travel, or to third eye see, or to remote view, or do any of that. They want to mend the connection here. Their values are all about money. There's just too many differences here. You are in an inseparable love connection. Who wants to talk to you? And those unworthy people are hurting from the damage that they've caused. And it's time, it's too late to take any action here. They want forgiveness. Or maybe there is forgiveness, and you're entering into a commitment, because they lied. They lied on you. And those who lied on you are in disagreement about this. They're like, oh crap, they're overwhelmed because they sabotaged them damn selves. They made mistakes trying to go after your soul contract, and they're unsatisfied because you love yourself. And that was an unexpected outcome from these low vibrational people. You know, they're secretly prideful, you know, running around like they're all this, and people are gossiping now because you've got your new chapter. You got it. They wanted to be you. You survived. They don't get to take part in your reunion. They could not take your evermore. You got it. And now they're feeling broken and shattered because you're seen as a responsible, irreplaceable being. And somebody's very passionate about you. So, you know, you never gave up hope for a destiny of love, faithful love and union. And those who were making jokes about stealing your evermore and taking your place, they missed their opportunity. And now they don't know what to do because you are absent. And they're detached. And they're starting to run. Maybe they got to run now because they're running from the truth regarding how they've been dealing with soul ties. Or maybe they're running from the truth that you are in your soul tie. And it's all there. It's all there. They wanted to be you. They couldn't do it. They don't get to take your... Look at this. They don't get your reunion. They could not steal your evermore. This ancestry. You may not even know who they are. They martyred you long, long ago. Bafangi, whatever. You know. Prideful, egotistical, so-called family. Upside down tribe. They've been flipped right out of here. Celebration. The tribe has come undone. They don't want to chase you anymore. Justice is being served on behalf of the star. Look, they want forgiveness. When they don't offer it, they were tempted by the snake. There's still unresolved business here. They were tempted by the snake, and justice is being served. There's a celebration. This tribe has come undone, and they can't chase you anymore. They don't want to chase you anymore. They want to, look, burned. They don't want to get burned. They don't want to burn you anymore. They thought they were going to get you burned. They thought you were going to take their place. They couldn't burn you. They don't want to chase you anymore. They don't want to get burned. This is a completion of your cycle with this wise guy. The wise guy can't escape. They can't escape. Look, and you're not forgiving them. There's no forgiveness here. They can't escape. They're not getting forgiveness. They are in a Six of Swords reversed. They cannot transition forward. They're not going to release any baggage. They didn't appreciate you, and this ancestry could not take your evermore or interfere with it. Crumbling. They couldn't cause a crumbling for you. They couldn't interfere with your evermore. They couldn't cause it to crumble. And you've got the Knight of Pentacles reversed. They worked without reward. They wanted to be you, but you survived, and now they cannot take part in your reunion. They just can't do it because you're here, and it's obvious who you are. You're an irreplaceable person. Look, they lost. They lost. They do not get your reunion. They could not replace you. They wanted to be you, but you survived. They wanted to unalive you and pretend to be you. So they got the Chariot reversed. They don't get to move forward. They're being held back because of the work they did against you. They want to escape because you're not found guilty. You're not guilty. And now they need to escape. You're not guilty. They didn't get the win. And now they need to escape. They're being held back because of the work they were doing against you. Evil, evil, evil. Judgment is being called on this driver. They're not being neglected. They're getting exactly what they gave. They will get exactly what they deserve. They're looking for an exit plan. They're looking for an exit plan. King of Cups here. Sovereign in the reverse. They're not a sovereign being. I don't know what is making this King of Cups appear as though he's in the upright, but we got Sovereign in the reverse. They're daydreaming about being with you. Look, broken. They didn't keep any of the promises they made. This is a person that breaks every promise that they ever make. And they're hoping to get involved in your Four of Wands reunion here, marriage here. But there's no witches allowed, and there's no third-party hoe bags allowed. They broke all their promises. This is not a sovereign being. Look, and they're adrift. What's this say? Not willing to settle down or be responsible, time to commit and put down roots. So you got adrift in the reverse. You're not adrift. You're not chaff. You're not chaff. You're not blowing in the wind. You're in your Four of Swords energy. You're planning for the future. Those vain people who were bringing conflict to you from an invisible place are getting reciprocation. They're reflections. They're a low vibrational entity, and they're getting exactly what they gave. They're getting reciprocation. Things are going to be very, very rocky for them. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough going. Everything's going to be in ruins. It's going to be real hard. They're an empty shell. They may not even have a soul. They're very childish, and they were playing at love. They were just playing games, hurting, breaking hearts. Why? Because they wanted their needs, and maybe they're tired, and their needs aren't being met. They don't have any energy. They've been kicked off of the star's vital force, and now they have a long, long road of entanglement they have to try to get out of. They're grieving because this is going to be very, very hard. Okay, and they're having anxiety because you're leaving. They wanted you to process their big bag of crap, and they wanted you stuck here to continue processing that big bag of crap. But you survived, and they couldn't pull it off. They just couldn't pull it off. So, and it's a man, a supposed man, wise guy, King of Cups. And they did all this to a star. What a disgrace. Walking around as though they're a King of Cups, and they're not a sovereign being. They tried to unalive a star so that they could wear the energy and pretend to be somebody special. They broke every damn promise that they ever made. Justice is being served on behalf of this star. There's unfinished business to resolve and to discuss regarding those who were tempted by the snake. They went astray, and they're being dealt with right now in the justice system. Maybe not in the 3D, but it definitely in the spiritual courts. It's happening right now. The star is receiving justice. For the lies that were told on them. For the lies. The star is receiving justice for the lies, the dishonesty. And whoever this person is or people are that were tempted by this snake, they're not getting any support. They're not getting any support from anybody because it's seen what they are, who they are. You've got the Three of Cups here. It's a community of people, or perhaps this is your team. It could be whoever's working with the star here. This tribe has been flipped upside down. They've been knocked out of the playing field. And there are a bunch of chasers that don't want to chase you anymore. It could be that they weren't able to burn you, or they don't want to get burned. They weren't able to destroy your love. They weren't able to destroy your love. Look, and now they need a loan. They need a loan. They need what? They need financial assistance. The tribe has lost everything. They've lost their status. They've lost their everything. This is a completion of your dealings with this wise guy. The wise guy can't escape, and you're not forgiving them. They meant to hurt you. They absolutely meant to hurt you. They wanted to steal your forever, eternal love, and they wanted to stick you in suffering for eternity. And they wanted your love. That was their plan. And now they can't escape. they may want to try to get together soon, but no, this over, man. It's completely over. They don't get to transition. They don't get to leave anything behind. They did not appreciate you. They didn't care. This ancestry, they could not steal your evermore. They could not take your evermore. Things for you are not crumbling. They're a bunch of greedy little a-holes, and they couldn't destroy your eternal love. They worked without reward. They wanted to be you, but you survived, so now they can't take part in your reunion. They've lost. They wanted to gaslight you, or maybe they were gaslighting others to sabotage you. They were deliberately manipulating others' perceptions of you. Look, this was their job. This was their freaking job. So they're being held back for the work that they were doing against you. They were using love as an escape, and maybe they're looking for an escape. They've got the Chariot reversed. They didn't gain a victory. They're being very arrogant and aggressive. They don't get to move forward because you're not guilty. Oops, what's this? You aren't guilty, and you are friendly. You're a friendly person. And they're unfriendly. They're an unfriendly imposter, yelling. So they're yelling. They're very upset that you are seen as friendly. You survived. And they're under judgment for driving you into all these different scenarios of suffering. They collaborated against you in a big way, driving you. They didn't let you live freely. They didn't let you make choices of your own accord. They put you in very detrimental situations, and you had to survive. And they, as far as I know, for the collective, they did everything they could to shut down your third eye and your connections with the divine. They did everything they could. They need an exit plan because they're got neglect in the reverse. They're definitely, and then you got reciprocity up there. So they're definitely going to get exactly what they gave. They're looking for an exit plan. They're looking for an exit plan. They went out. They're not expecting this. They were not expecting this. You were supposed to go down. This wise guy, I mean, you know, they're so tough. These big, beefy men guys, witches, you know, they got it planned out. They're very good at the way they were using love to just strip trust and faith and happiness out of the collective for money. Worthless. Wise guy. This King of Cups is not a sovereign being. They're daydreaming, longing for you. They broke every chance or every promise that they ever made. You're not a negative person. You're not a negative person. You're not feeling negative about it now. There's no malice in you. But this person's not a sovereign being. You've got the Four of Wands here, a reunion, you've got your freedom and marriage. You're not a witch. You're not a third party. You're not chaff. This person knows that. Everybody can see it. There's no malice in you, even though they broke every promise that they ever made to you. Growth. Growth. You have grown exponentially through these challenges, and now you're planning for your future. Those vain people who were causing you conflict from an invisible place, those low life or low vibrational people are getting exactly what they gave with the reciprocity. Life is going to be very, very rocky for them. Well, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, somebody wants to check in. Somebody wants to check in. They want to try to get into your energy, this tribe. They want to get into your energy. They may even try to travel toward you. They want to shift your perspective. Or maybe there's people talking about your perspective, how you are an honest person. You know, they want to come forward. They want to reconnect so that they can trick you. out of your gift and future. They want a safe space, and a safe space is in your love because you're a positive being. This is a big favor. They want to come in and they want to offer your advice, and they want to get involved in your empathy here so that they can have health. They want to get something off their chest. They want to tell you about something, a secret. But they're uncertain because they were bragging about revenge. They were bragging about revenge on you, and now they want to come forward and come clean, but they're not going to about the past. They're desperate for you to welcome them, but you're uninterested. You don't care. You don't care. You don't care about their great news because you know that they are very envious, and they were hurting you and laughing about it. It was fun for them to cause you chaos and to bring you constant bad news. And so, you know, I guess maybe, see, obligation, you're a nuisance, I feel obligated to associate with you. This is like crap. You're saying goodbye to this. And you're these unfriendly people are trying to give you an apology. They want to date, but they want to fight. They're yelling with each other. They're an imposter looking for a small favor. They're curious about you, and they want to sabotage you by deliberately manipulating your perception and your experience of reality. So this is just a bunch of manipulative crap, and they're not welcome here. They're not going forward. This is a non-sovereign being daydreaming and longing for you. Why? So that they can sabotage you. This is a King of Cups who's not a real King of Cups. This is a King of Cups who siphons the energy out of people and dresses up in it and then pretends that they're some lover boy, when this is what they are. Boy, I'm spinning through this one real quick. So you got the star here, rejuvenated. Rejuvenated. You got your bling on. Bling, bling, bling. You're shining like a diamond, and justice is being served here on those who were lying on you. They lied and they lied and they lied, and there's unfinished business here. They are not getting any support. They were tempted by the snake, and they're just having to deal with it now. They got to deal with it. They didn't opt out. They didn't opt out. They went for it, and now they gotta. They thought for sure they were going to get away with it, but somebody overcame their cruelty. Yeah, look at that. They got natural disasters they're going to have to deal with. Unfinished business. They got some stuff they're going to have to survive, just like you did. They got to go. Justice is being served, and now they got to go deal with stuff. There's a Three of Cups here. A community is celebrating at the overturning of this tribe. This tribe has lost all of their privileges. They've lost their status. They've lost their privileges. The chaser doesn't want to chase after you anymore. They don't want to get burned. It could be that they're being threatened by that fire or whatever. They're looking for a loan. They've lost their status and their wealth. They need financial assistance. They're overloaded with obligations. They're overloaded by obligations. The world has turned. This is a completion of a cycle with this wise guy. You don't have to deal with this wise guy anymore. The wise guy can't escape, and you're not offering forgiveness. You know what their plans were. And they're going through withdrawals because they've been cut off of your energy. And just the other day, I heard somebody say that they were addicted to your energy. They've been siphoning your energy while you suffered for so long. This vampiric, low life person has been feasting on your life force vitality, making you sick while they run around like they're the big dog, right? And they're going through withdrawals right now because they're addicted to your energy and you're rejecting them. It's like, get out. So they don't get to move on. They don't get to get in this boat and go anywhere. They don't get to go anywhere. They did not appreciate love, and they did not appreciate you. They didn't care at all. This ancestry was not able to disrupt your or steal your evermore. They could not take it from you with greed. Okay? They couldn't take it from you, and they could not cause your crumbling. Your life isn't crumbling. You did not crumble. You did not fall apart. These mask wearers, this ancestry of mask wearers, they were trying to take your evermore. They wanted to put a doppelganger in there, a twin, somebody that could pass off as you, but they weren't able to cause you a crumbling. They worked without reward. Knight of Pentacles reversed. They wanted to be you, but you survived, so they can't take part in your reunion. They lost. They lost your career. They lost your status. They lost your mate. And they're mentally disturbed. They're mentally disturbed. They lost your career. They lost your status. They lost your position. And they're mentally disturbed. They're having supernatural experiences. You're not guilty. They're looking for an escape. They've got the Chariot in the reverse. They can't move forward. They didn't get a victory. They're being aggressive and arrogant because you're friendly. And they're being held back because of the work they did for you. They're stuck in their head. They're stuck in their head. It was all a fantasy. It was all a fantasy. And now judgment is being called here. Judgment is being called. Justice is being delivered on everybody that collaborated to drive you into suffering. They're not being neglected. They're getting exactly what they deserve, and they're looking for an exit plan. And it's fate. It's fate. It's a fated event. King of Cups is not a sovereign being. They're daydreaming, longing for you. You are not feeling any malice toward this person who broke every promise that they made to you. You have gained merit. You're not running out, holding grudges, wanting revenge, carrying, malice within your heart regarding this person who stole your love and dressed up in it and walked around like they were that. Nope, you don't care at all. You went out there and you focused on yourself. And you're like, you know what? You're seen as a good human. A good, moral, and kind human is what you are. You're not a negative Nelly. But this King of Cups broke all their promises to you, and now they're all stressed out because you're coming into a Four of Wands. You've gained your freedom here, and you're getting married. You've got this beautiful marriage going on, and you're not a witch. You're not a third-party hoe bag. You're not chaff. You've grown. You've got something very, very nice and something very substantial inside of you. And you've learned a lot through this experience. They're stressed out hard because people see you for what you are. They tried to paint a story about you, and what they were doing was describing themselves. And you've got family. You've got family. You've got a new family. Yep, and there's no witches in it. There's no third-party hoe bags. There's no chaff in it. There's those who have something inside of them that is admirable. You've got your Four of Swords here. You're planning for the future. Those vain people who made you conflict from an invisible place, those low light, low life people are getting reciprocity. Their life is going to be very rocky. They'd like to check in. They're praying. This could have something to do with religion. They might be praying for a check-in because they lost. They're experiencing loss. They need a loan. This tribe has lost their status. They've lost all their stuff, and they're very stubborn about these curses that they put out there. They're sick. They're sick. They could be blind. Maybe they were blind. It was all a fantasy. It was a daydream. They thought for sure that they could just be tempted. They were bribed to move against a sweetheart and her family, his family, and their children. Good news. You love yourself. You loved yourself throughout this whole strategizing of bullying against you, trying to get you to fail. And there's evidence here of everything that they did, and they're furious. These prideful people are furious here because they're in a freaking nightmare because they tried to rob you of your life, of your future, of your love, and your right to be loved. Their friends are all stressed out. They're protesting this great idea. They got bound to everything that they tried to bind you to because you persevered. And now they're homeless because you reached your goals. You reached your goals. You made it. And these puppeteers, these people who wanted to dominate you, now they're left. Look at that, sick and lonely. Sick and lonely because of the work that they did against your marriage. Now they're frightened because they fell into a trap. They fell into their own damn trap, and they want to apologize to you. And they want to say that they actually care about your new family tree. Freaking lie. They wanted to destroy all family trees. You're ready for this reunion. You're ready for this reunion. You're ready to get to saving. You're ready to get to collecting and preserving that which needs to be preserved. And it's time for that. It's time for justice. Justice is right here in the central energy. And here we are there. You're getting assistance. You're getting aid. It's coming together right now. Coming together right now. So there is justice being served on behalf of the star beings, on behalf of those who have their light on inside of them, who shine the light from within. Not vampiric, low light siphoners of life force energy and vitality, Those who deal in other people's energy and right to life. Vermin. You're courageous. You're very courageous, star. Justice is being served on your behalf regarding those who lied on you. There's unfinished business here. They're not going to get any support, those who are tempted by the snake. They're going to be given some natural disasters that they're going to have to survive, and that's justice. You got a celebration here with your friends, with your community, with your team, with those who you were collaborating with or who were collaborating with you on this successful transition here. There's a tribe who has lost everything. They've been flipped upside down. They've lost their status. They've lost their home. They lost everything. They've been denied. They're receiving denial. All they're getting is denied, denied, denied. Oh, look at this. The chaser doesn't want to chase you anymore. They need a loan, and they're getting denied. Nobody wants to work with them. Nobody wants to give them anything. They're afraid of getting burned, or maybe they couldn't burn you. They couldn't cause you a complete failure. They're on overload. They're very stressed out by their obligations, by what they agreed to, those things that they are bound to. This is a completion of a cycle. The world has turned with this wise guy. They cannot escape. They can't escape the plans or your plans for justice or the Justice Department's plans for them. They can't escape it. There's no forgiveness here, and they're going through withdrawals. They've been rejected by the stars, by the light. They're in grief here. They're in grief. They've lost the star. They've lost the star. Six of Swords in the reverse. Their plans are delayed. They don't get to go anywhere. They did not appreciate you at all. This ancestry was wearing masks, trying to steal your forevermore, your eternal love, and they failed to do it. They were doing it out of greed. These mask wearers of these ancestors were trying to steal your forevermore. and they couldn't pull it off. Foul. God, they're foul. Can't believe how foul that is. They could not cause you a crumbling. They could not cause you to crumble. Because even when you're alone, you know that you're never alone. And you didn't crumble. You didn't fall. You didn't fail. They worked without reward. They wanted to be you, but you survived. They cannot take part in your reunion. They lost. They lost. They lost your career. They lost, or maybe you're coming into your career. They're mentally disturbed. Maybe they're mentally disturbed because of what they did here. Everything that they did to you, they're going to have to go through now. Everything that you had to overcome, they're going to have to go through now. You're a limitless, abundant being. You were able to survive this. Unbelievable. You're very disciplined here. And you can accomplish what you set your mind to. You told yourself you were going to survive, and you did. And that's just the way it goes. You're successful. You know that there's no greater goal than to love. And if you can only love one person in this world, then you make sure you love you. And that's just the way it is. They stripped everybody else out of your life, and you decided to love yourself. And it pulled you through. So you're not guilty. And these ones are very upset. They need to escape. They got something in their mind. It was all a fantasy. They've got the Chariot in the reverse. They're very arrogant and careless. They did not gain a victory here. You're a friendly person. You're not guilty. And they're being held back for the work that they were doing against you. Yeah. Because you've got a healthy self-esteem here. You possess gifts of the soul that benefit yourself and others. You are a friendly individual. These ones try to take you out. They tried to paint you as something so awful, and it was never true. It was never ever true. They were talking about themselves. Judgment is being called on everybody who collaborated to drive you into the ground. They're not getting neglected. They're getting exactly what they deserve, and it's fate. They're looking for an exit plan. Growth. I want to expand my consciousness and awareness. They're looking for an exit plan. They want to avoid this growth, and unfortunately for them, it's going to be painful. It just will, just as it was for you. I mean, we all know that sometimes it's about surviving, and these ones have been living a cush life, putting all their garbage onto you, forcing you to process it, transmute that energy of nastiness, while they went ahead and pretended like their life was perfect because they kept dumping their load onto you. Look, and you've got your freedom from that. You are free from that. You're free. You've earned merit. You are free. You're not negative Nelly. There's no malice in you. And this King of Cups, they're not a sovereign being. They're daydreaming, longing for you. And they broke every single promise that they ever made. They broke every single promise that they ever made. And still, you're not full of malice. You're not holding any grudges. You pray about it. You've released it all to the Most High. And the Most High has freed you. You are free of this King of Cups. Liar, this fraud. And you're entering into a Four of Wands union. You've gained your freedom and a new marriage, a new connection here. That whole tribe has been flipped. They've lost everything. You've got a whole new, you can look at this, you've got a whole new family. Eternal love and a family. They wanted to take it from you, and they couldn't. They failed. You're not a witch. You're not a third-party hoe bag. You're not chaff. There's something very special inside of you. You get this family, and these persons, they were bringing adversity to you. They wanted you to be seen as these mask wearers, as these third-party nasties, and you just weren't. Look, you're an abundant, limitless being. You can manifest whatever you want in this world. They wanted to trap you because they wanted to trap your services. They wanted to siphon off of you, and they've lost you. You're planning for the future. All of those who were vain, bringing conflict to you from an invisible location. These low light people, they're getting reciprocity. Exactly what they did to you is going to be done to them. They're praying about it. Their life is going to be very rocky. They want to check in. They want to say, hey, or maybe they have to check in. Maybe they have to check into some mental institution. They might have to check into some mental institution. Is what they might have to do. Because they're disturbed. They might have to check into a mental institution. Indecision in the reverse. This says, I use my intuition in all aspects of life, and it's in the reverse. So they don't have any intuition. They don't know what to do, or maybe they do know what to do. They're checking in with their religion. I guess that's what they're going to do. For forgiveness. For being envy. They want forgiveness for being envy. Maybe that's what they're going to do. They're going to go ask for forgiveness. You're grateful for persevering. And your friends are humorous. Looking on the light side of life. Relationships that are meant for the highest good. There's acceptance here. You release the need to know all of the answers here when you are in doubt. You're open to seeing both sides of a situation. Guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. You're releasing the guilty and you're being balanced here. Oh, look, we got a card here. Yeah, this is worried. They're worried. They're worried about your happiness. They're all freaking out in the head about this ending. And the fact that you're trusted because you're honest. You're honest. And there's a change here. There's a change. And they're under judgment because they failed. You know what they failed to do? They failed to take out love, and they're in fear because of all the adversity that they brought to love. And you were successful. You know that there's no greater goal than to love, and love won. And here we are, peaceful, in service to the collective, to life. So there's that. They figure they're gonna, I guess what? You're making plans for the future. The vain people who are bringing conflict to you from an invisible place, these low light people are getting reciprocity. They could be religious, or this could be a religious facility or organization. That things are being very rocky right now. Everything's fallen apart. It could be that there's no indecision regarding this. Whatever these plans are. You know, justice is out here twice. Judgment is here. The tribe has been flipped upside down. They've lost all their status. They're in need of a loan, and they're being denied. So it could be that they're checking in with their religious people. Their tribe of religious people. Suffering a loss. I don't know. What do they got going on? I want to catch up and make sure everything is going well. Somebody may try to check in and you know, get some hooks in or something. So, I don't know. Take that as it resonates. I kind of buzzed through this one really quickly. I hope that it brought clarification to something you already intuitively knew. And I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.